The day is Sunday, the 2nd of November, 2025. Today's New York Times crossword is by Rafael Musa and edited by Will Shortz. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see, is there a theme today? I wonder what the title is. Open-faced. Okay, not sure what that means, but let's see how that works out. We've got an interesting shape here as well for today's crossword. I can't see any off the bat that look to be themed either. So it could just be a reference to the structure and that this is actually a themeless crossword. Not too sure at this point. Let's get stuck in at 1-1. Cause a mess as with frying oil. Could be splash, something to do with splashing. Whenever I think of frying oil and a mess, I guess, yeah, I would think of splashing, but I'm not too sure. All right, talking something, early dating period in modern lingo. So that would be the talking stage, I believe. So you go from the talking stage to, actually I have no idea what comes after that. Comprehends then could be gets. Pinpoint, so where you put in your pin. So point, a location where you put in your pin would be an ATM. So maybe it is splash something, because the S and the A suggest that that could still work. And then fizzle out could be peter out. Some ambulance destinations, that would be emergency rooms or ERs. Exams whose analytical reasoning sections were removed in 2024. I guess the LSATs. I'm not sure what that stands for. I think that's a lawyer exam, not 100% sure. All right, offerings to prospective bicycle buyers. Could it be a test ride? Test rides, that fits. All right, lead into state or star. Let's see, 83 is involved somehow. One more than, 5 down. Oh boy, okay. SR. Something beginning with SR doesn't quite do it for me. Okay, maybe it's not test rides. Actually, no, it could be splatter. Splatter rather than splash. Similar concept, I suppose. So it could still be test rides. And then 5 down, tri-state, tri-star? Could be. And then 83 down, one more than. So try or, I guess, why does that not come to me at the moment? What comes after try? I guess like quad, right? Maybe? No, I might need some more crossings for that. Official proclamations could be edicts, I suppose. Try to produce better offspring from. Try to produce better offspring. So like breeding, like a breeding program, something along those lines. RE though is a bit, not sure. Yeah, or more. So then at a minimum, I would think. Way to produce, try to produce better offspring from. So maybe we're talking about plants here? Like, something to, I don't know, germination? Not really sure. All right, no doubt about it could be sure something. No doubt about it, surely. Sure, I think it could be SUR at least. What about this? 24 across. Way to manipulate public opinion through fear. So that would be a scare campaign or scare tactics. Scare tactic, away, so singular. Scare tactic works. Okay, no doubt about it. So SUR, maybe E? Mythical creature with scales. A mermaid or merman, perhaps? Allude to then could be nod, as in, yeah, like make an allusion to, make a nod to. Like some donations that anyone can accept. I don't know. Lose one's temper, go mad or something like that. Not too sure. Okay, what about this one? Jones, author of How We Fight for Our Lives. I don't know what that is. Inscribed could be etched. And then Ben-Hur or Lawrence of Arabia. These are epic films, maybe. Could be. Epic, like they're biopics. Oh, are they? Is Ben-Hur a real person? I actually have no idea. But they are epic films. Villain, not sure. Become acquainted over Zoom, so e-meet. Nice to meet you when you don't meet someone in person. Hog heaven, I suppose a sty, like a pig sty. Does the Narrows hike at Zion National Park? Second letter L. Not too sure. Not climbs, I suppose. Or belays, something like that. No. All right, the deed is done, maybe? The deed is done? Villain. Yeah, not sure about that one. Like the climate in Antarctica. I would think like frigid or icy. Not sure. Document that promises secrecy for short. Okay, so this could be an NDA actually. So maybe it's not Epic Films, but E-Meat still works. Promises secrecy, like a non-disclosure agreement. Promises that you're not going to leak any of this information. Epic drama then. Oh, maybe it's just epic drama rather than epic films. It's convenient that this M still worked. All right, the climate in Antarctica is arid. It's far too cold for rain to occur. So then, still not sure about this Narrows hike. What word could go there? Create an intricate series of lies. Ensnare? No, that doesn't quite work. An intricate, like spin a web. Oh, spin a web. Okay, that works. And then villain is baddie. I mean, it has very different connotations these days. Does the Narrows hike? W-A? Wades? Like, do you have to wade through something? I wonder. Like many public housing projects. So aided kind of makes sense. State aided, like co-funded by the state, as well as the, I guess, federal or council. Bursts then could be spates. Feels for pities. Sport with crampons and carabiners. Could it be ice climbing? Ice climbing fits. Carabiners I know from like rock climbing, so I suppose ice climbing could also be a similar way. Ceramicist devices. Ceramicists. Like a pottery wheel. Oh, pottery wheels. Yeah, that actually is exactly what it is. Lose one's temper. Saw red. I saw red. I became very mad. Like some donations that anyone can accept. Oh, like type O. We're talking about blood. Right. So I guess type O is the universal donor. I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Something Jones, still don't know. So I got rid of Merman just because AE. Oh, I suppose the name could be like Saeed, actually. I hadn't thought of that. I was like, I saw the AE, I'm like, oh, that can't be right, but could still be right. No doubt about it, could be sure as. Like, I'm sure as, mate. Something like that. Speaking of mate, try to produce better offspring from remate. I think works. Wrong idea could be a false impression. Yes, that works. That much is obvious. Not sure. Tick off. So it could mean complete a task, or it could mean annoy. But it could mean mark, like if you mark someone's work. Oh wait, no. Flag thrower NR doesn't really make sense. Flag thrower though. What? I'm aware of in American football, the umpires throw flags, but I don't know. Oh, actually, NFL umpires. Huh. Oh, okay, cool. That works. Tick off then myth. All right, so it is about annoying someone. That much is obvious. So it is. So it is, or so. Not sure. Winter Olympics event. Will it be? Yeah, not sure. Livestock facilities regulated by the EPA. Livestock facilities. So factory farms? Does that fit? No. Farm something. Farm something? I wonder? No, I'll need more crosses. Lucy something. African American slave narrator. I don't know. Sufferer healed by Jesus. I suppose lepers. He healed lepers, people with leprosy. Airplane wing feature could be a prop, like a propeller mounted on the wing. Does that help me with this? Not quite. Have spiritual unity with. Spiritual unity. Goodness. No, I don't know. Old-time theatre item. I don't think I even looked at this. Old-time theatre item. Silver screen or cellular? What's it called? Is it called cellulite? I don't know. I may have just made that up. Evergreen pointer. Evergreen pointer. What could that mean? So evergreen could refer to a type of tree. Pointer. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, what about tandoors? These are ovens. They're a type of oven, like a clay oven. Does that help me with my old-time theatre item? Not really. No. More difficult to eat as fish. Bony? Like a bony fish? No. Actually, it could be something to do with bones because bobsled is a Winter Olympics event. So is... that much is obvious. So I see. So I see, maybe. Could be. And then old-time theatre item, movie something. Movie you? That doesn't quite make sense. Wait, is it real? Are they actually referees rather than... Oh, yeah, they're referees. Oh, flag thrower. For some reason I thought it was plural. Yes, not umpires, but referees. Okay. And then livestock facilities, feed something. Could be a feed something. Oh, and then it wouldn't be, pardon me, it wouldn't be prop. It would be a flap, actually. So are these facilities feed lots? That would kind of make sense. Okay. Evergreen pointer. Okay, pine needle. We are referring to the tree. So more difficult. Oh, more difficult. Bonier. Bonier. So it's more difficult than something else. It's just bony. Okay, what about this? Have spiritual unity with the EO kind of. Oh, could be B1 with, like B1 with the, I don't know, the spirit of the universe, something like that. Lucy Delaney? Could be. I mean, Delan doesn't really give me much else to work with, so it could be Lucy Delaney. Actress and model Ali, no idea. Effectively clever. Effectively clever? I'm not really sure what that means. Cheeky flirts. Cheeky flirts. Am I? Ugh. No, I don't know. Like some soils high in organic matter. Peaty? Like is peat something like that? I'm not really sure. Annual awards whose name is an acronym. Could it be Emmys? Emmys, maybe? It fits. Emmys? Emmys fits. And then cheeky flirts. It ending in S kind of makes sense because this is also plural. Small protestation. Not sure. Unit circle ratios. Unit circle ratios. Like sine cos tan? The ratios of a unit circle. Ending in M? Okay, maybe it's not Emmys. Maybe it's Tony's? I don't know if that helps, actually. I don't think that helps at all, now that I think about it. All right, I might just have to come back to that. Some sort of syndrome where you're allergic to some bug bites. I don't know. I don't know. Could be something ending in TER, though. What would that mean for my cheeky flirts? Nothing. Paleolithic era tools. Paleolithic era. So I guess they made stuff out of rocks. Arrowheads, things along those lines. Not sure. Natural process of maturing. I would have thought aging, something to do with aging, but it could. Maybe it's not PT actually. Some sort of aging, natural process of maturing, and then cheeky flirts. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. MIG? Cheeky flirts. No, I don't know. Not enough people flirt with me for me to understand that. They point toward Mecca while Salah is performed. What points towards Mecca? I guess your prayer mat. If you're... Oh, yeah, that could be it. They point. Yeah, so prayer mats, plural. Unit circle ratios? Could it be signs? Like SINES? Because we're talking about ratios, plural? I don't love that. So is the annual awards the ESPYs then? Could be the ESPYs. If the second letter is S. Maybe. And then it could still be PT. I hope I'm not going too far off base here. All right, what about butterfly? These are... Butterfly is a stroke, as in like a swimming stroke. Paleolithic era tools. No, still not sure. Natural process of maturing. Yeah, still not sure. Perspectives. Yeah, that's a bit too vague. Absurdist philosopher born in Algeria. That would be Camus. Albert Camus. Famous for the myth of Sisyphus, among other philosophical works. All right, so Paleolithic era tools. That would be stone something. Stone ages? I mean, that doesn't quite make sense. Maybe it's not PT. Stone... Tools, right? So we're talking about some sort of device that's been created out of stone. Not sure. Small protestation, I'm also... Don't feel like I'm any closer. Like a peep? Like I made a peep about something? Oh yeah, natural process of maturing, ripening. Some sort of ripening. I'm not sure what could go before that, but ripening makes sense. Cheeky flirts, still... What? No, I don't know. And this, whatever syndrome this is, I'm not sure that I would have heard of it, maybe? Unless it's Skeeter syndrome? Oh, does that make sense? Well, then PT would still fit. Stone axes. Oh, minxes. Oh, like a cheeky minx. All right, that kind of makes sense. Perspectives, then... yeah, not sure. But natural process of maturing, I don't know what could go before ripening at this point. All right, what about this? Typically red-coated toy figurines. Tin soldiers, I suppose. Oh, sun ripening. Ripening in the sun. That's quite natural. Okay. Perspectives. Ending in A and TS. Perspectives. Views or... not sure. Pieces of art, question mark. No, I don't know. Word with bean or lemon. Lemon rind, but bean rind. Or rind bean? No, that doesn't quite make any sense. Pride celebration could be a parade. There's often a pride parade. Hard lemon, hard bean. I'm not really sure. Child who refuses to put things away, question mark. Could be fussy eater. Oh, refuses to put things away as in, like, put away in your belly, I suppose. So fussy eater. Lemon curd? Bean curd. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Olympic gymnast Nadia. I have no idea. Pieces of art. Oh, mosaics are made of, I guess, pieces. Perspectives and slants? Like, you've got a different slant on something? Agreements where one party takes some heat. Where one party takes some heat, question mark. Question mark. Takes some heat. What could that mean? Arms deals. Oh, arms deals. So heat is could refer to weapons. Okay. And then the TV series starring Rami Malek as a hacktivist would be Mr. Robot. What's this one? Coma, no, don't know. Garden pest could be an aphid. Sharpen would be hone. Gerda, whose name assumes a serif font. I-beam? Assumes a serif font? I don't really understand that part of it, but an I-beam is a Gerda. Nadia, comma, no, I have no idea. Falsify doctor, like a doctored, doctored document or something. Update the equipment in, so I'm guessing it's re-something. Sociologist concern, what are sociologists concerned with? People, societies, beginning with M? Like social mores could be, something like that? Maybe. Like some pricing strategies. Pricing strat. All right, I'll get rid of more. I'm not convinced of that. Pricing strategies. I mean, you want to maximize your profits, I suppose, or increase your market share, things like that. I don't know. T. Also, Commoneca? No. TAE doesn't quite work. Commonisi? No, I'll just need to come back to that. Allude to then could be refer to. Update the equipment in could be refit. Okay. Erasure. Not sure at this point. Physics Nobelist Feynman. That would be Richard Feynman. Surely you must be joking. Something Lupton, author of the 2010 bestseller Sister. I have no idea. Nittany Lions School. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. Maybe something ending in U, though. Actually, this is going to be tricky because it's a proper noun and a proper noun. All right, I'll come back to that. What about over here? Smoky Bear Spot, for short. Could that be a barbecue? I'm not convinced of that. Be partial to. Not sure. Shell competitor. What, like BP or... I mean, who competes with Shell? Mobil? SO? Yeah, none of those fit. Reddish brown color? Ugh. So too many options. And I'm still not quite sure what's one more than try. Try, quad. Surely quad, right? But ending in Q, I mean, I can't be on board with that. Or something, yeah. Because it would mean whatever this is ends in Q, and that just doesn't, that's not going to be the case. Return analog. Return analog. So the analog of returning? Ugh, not sure. I've got another author here. That's going to make this tricky. Oh, goodness. Stake and Park team. I don't even know what that means. Shell competitor be partial to. So this is actually quite a tricky section down here. Instrument for which Beethoven and Mozart composed. I mean, so many instruments, surely. Harpsichord. No, that doesn't fit. That's tricky. Could it be some sort of piano? Grand piano. That could be it, maybe? I mean, the location of the A here suggests... Could be. I might leave it in for now. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite me in the butt. All right, Gregorian chant. Okay, that works. Aware of. Onto. Like I'm onto that. I'm aware of what's happening. Maybe. Area with the highest percentage of homes valued at $1 million or more. I'm going to guess Silicon Valley. That would kind of make sense. A lot of money in that area. We in Portuguese, I don't know. Yeah. Bygone devices whose tapes had to be rewound. So this would be maybe VCRs. Yeah, VCRs. Video cassette recorders, I think is what that means. One skilled in governance. Could be technocrats. Okay, musical instruments that become other musical instruments when F is added to the front. Not sure. And now I'm back at affectedly clever. Could it be cutesy? Cutesy? I mean, what's that have to do with being clever? I'm not 100% sure. Well, I guess then eccentric could be batty. That kind of works. Ali, I have no idea. Oh, hang on. Lutes and flutes. Okay, lutes is a musical instruments, and flutes are also. So if you add an F to the front, that still works. Southwest landform could be a butte, which what is a butte anyway? It's like I thought it was like a plateau. I'm not really sure. Person idolized by a niche audience. A cult idol, maybe. Cult idol? Or cult hero? Not sure. Cult something. Covert mission familiarly. Black op? Like a black operation, hidden secret spy stuff. Teatro alla Scala solos. So Teatro alla Scala sounds like an opera venue, so I'm guessing arias. That could work. You're one to talk. Could say that's rich. Oh, that's rich coming from you. So then cult hero. Great. Unlikely sportsmanship award winner. Could be a sore loser, I reckon. What about this one? Drink order at a sushi restaurant. Sake. And then there's more for some reason. Okay. Big something. I don't know. Quarter barrel containers of beer. What? Quarter barrel containers of beer. So it's a quarter of a barrel? What? Not 100% sure what that means. Hallowed could be holy. Hallowed, holy. Mumbo jumbo. Not really sure. All right, could it be a sake bottle, I wonder? And then Big Ben? Big Ben? Containers of beer pony? Now I'm just more confused. I'm feeling pretty good actually about all the other crossings, so I guess it's pony something. Unacceptable. That's not on. That is not on, guys. Mumbo jumbo, still not sure. Gram could be Nana, like your grandmother. Gram. Strategy against fickle weather. I mean, you'd use your weather app, surely. Haha. Lol? Is it just lol? Support for the tree pose in yoga. One leg. That makes sense. Ancient philosopher whose name means old master. So Lao Tse. Lao Tse. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, not okay makes a lot more sense. That's, yeah, not on sounded a bit too Australian. All right, not okay. That's unacceptable. So quarter barrel containers of beer, pony kegs, I suppose. And strategy against fickle weather, rather, would be layers. You wear multiple layers. And mumbo jumbo, therefore, is hooey. Sure, why not? Erasure. Delete. Deletion. Deletion could be, yeah, that's like erasure. So it could actually be mores. I never know actually how to pronounce that. Mores, mores, social mores. I don't know. Oh, tiered pricing strategies. That makes sense. Like Netflix Premium or whatever. Common Etsy, I suppose. Sure. Okay. Nittany Lions. So I'm feeling good about piano. Some sort of piano. So I don't know, PSU? Maybe? What might have green rooms? What might have green rooms? So it could be, so it ends in sort. So it could be a resort, some sort of resort. Could be an eco resort. Eco resort. Yeah, that would be green. That makes sense. That makes sense. What does that mean for these? I hate seeing an A and an O next to each other. Dakin Park team, but I guess, yeah, I guess that could actually work if the team name is weird enough. Be partial to. Be partial to. You know, I'm quite partial to that. I quite like that. I'm open to it. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, this Lupton. What's the name that ends in UND, I wonder? For some reason, the word gerund comes to mind, but that's not a person's name. I mean, it could be, but I don't know why someone would do that. And then names DE in the middle. So my first thought was like Eden. I guess that could be a name. Eden Cassie? But I don't know. See, that's tricky. This is, these are two authors crossing, and I've heard of neither of their books. So that'll be fun later on. More than one down. What? Something NR. Okay, maybe it's not grand piano because, yeah, I don't see NR making much sense for whatever the answer is. So something ending in I. So we had try. I don't know why I'm finding this one so hard. I think it's because of the Q and the like quartz or things of that nature. Don't quite add up. Yeah, not too sure. So Eco Resort, pretty happy with these authors. I don't think I'm going to get. Dakin Park. So Dakin Park is some sort of venue where sporting teams play, I'm guessing. Which team plays there? So it could be something ending in S, like the something OS. If we're talking about the teams, or like the Astros or like the Orioles or something. Oh, Astros fits. Oh, okay. Maybe maybe it was that simple. It just happens to be the Astros. Maybe reddish brown color. Then what does that mean if this is an S? Reddish brown color. I think of like ochre or yeah, I'm not too sure. Reddish brown, khaki, things like that come to mind, but yeah, that doesn't quite work. Return analog. Oh, maybe it's return. So I've got a return key on my keyboard here, so that's enter on a Windows PC. So maybe it's enter, could be, and then shell competitor Conoco. Like I've heard of ConocoPhillips. Oh yeah, Smoky Bear Spot then would be a P. Okay, maybe it's not Conoco, but Smoky Bear Spot would be a public service announcement. Something about not setting fires, I think. So shell competitor sun something, maybe sun something. Oh, and then reddish brown color could be rust. Tetra. I don't know why that didn't come to mind. Ugh, that's a bit embarrassing, but I got there in the end. Tetra being one more than try. So be partial to could be prefer. I prefer that. So Rosamond, that's a name I've heard of. Rosamond Lupton, and then Arabesque Tales. So if it's an Arab name, Reem is an Arab name, I think. And then a forte piano. No, okay. But something's not right. Sonico? Yeah. Prefer makes sense. Enter Rust PSA. Forte piano. I would have thought piano forte. But forte piano, I guess, could also make sense. Eco Resort, Rosamond. Yeah, Richard Feynman. All of these kind of make sense. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Forte piano, like, feels right. It feels right somehow. So it's possible the mistake is elsewhere, which for a Sunday is very unfortunate indeed, because there's so much. All right. Were there anywhere I was particularly uncertain? I guess Skeeter syndrome? I mean, if it's like a casual name for it, and then these unit circles, the problem is all of the other crossings make perfect sense. Which makes it a bit tricky. I don't remember anywhere I was like, I don't know why I've. Oh, hang on, here we go. Sure is, false impression. Great, there it is. Whew. It's getting a bit worried there. I thought I'd have to be tracking through every single clue, but it just so happens that sure is makes a lot more sense than sure as. I think this is, again, a symptom of my Australianity. Sure as is something we say here and would make absolutely no sense in the United States. Okay, that's Sunday done and dusted in 32 minutes and 53 seconds. That is the 2nd of November, 2025.